Fleur, the case for Israel is so, to me, overwhelmingly obvious and powerful, and you've been making it. Why do you think it's so difficult for friends of Israel and Israelis themselves to punch through all of the noise on social media and elsewhere? Are we in fact losing the communications battle, or are the things happening perhaps sparks of light that I haven't seen?
I think we've pretty much lost the communications battle.
Why?
For a number of reasons. Let's start by saying that we are horribly outnumbered. I don't think it's an excuse. I'm just laying out the reasons. So we're horribly outnumbered. There's billions of people, billions of Muslims. Let's say that I don't think all Muslims are pro these people, but we're horribly outnumbered. And then you have something which is very unique, which is the alliance of Islamofascism with the woke liberal left.
What's called the Red-Green Alliance.
It's the most ridiculous thing when, if they actually had a conversation, I think they'd end up killing each other. But they have one united thing in common, which is that they both see Jews/Israel, because they don't make a distinction, as the scourge of the earth. And for that, they have a legacy full of different generations of anti-Semites who, as the great and late Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sachs would say, anti-Semitism is a mutating virus. And so it always cloaks in the ills of the day. So when my family was kicked out of Spain, it was religious, we were Christ killers. And so of course we should be kicked out, burnt at the stake, whatever. And then we've had a lot of episodes of anti-Semitism from the Spanish Inquisition to the Holocaust, but let's say the other big one is the Holocaust. It was ethnic. Jews...
It was racial.
It was racial, ethnic. So Jews were of lower ethnic value, and of course they were to blame for the humiliation of Germany and its economic problems after World War I.
And if I may, 75 years later, having been accused of polluting the white race,
yes,
we are now portrayed...
We've now become the white colonizers.
There you go. The white supremacists.
The white supremacists.
And Israel being the ultimate white colonialist state.
And a completely invented history that doesn't exist, because they've completely erased from history the fact that the Jewish people were sovereign twice before in the land of Israel. Jerusalem, my city, was built and created 3,500 years ago by King David.
You mean it wasn't a Palestinian creation?
Yes.
And Jesus wasn't a Palestinian Arab?
Apparently not.
Breaking news on JBS.
Breaking news. And they've completely invented a past that the Palestinians, a lot of people say, oh, the Palestinians, you don't call them Palestinians. I say, look, they have an identity. The identity of the Palestinian people has been created as a contra to the identity of Jews settling in our ancestral homeland. And so today they very much have an identity. I don't reject the Palestinian identity at all, but it's 100 years old. Let's not, at most, let's not reinvent history. Anything else is revisionist. Anything else.
And if I understand you, you can make room for that Palestinian identity as long as it does not negate your identity and the identity of Israel and the Jewish people.
Well, I have some very good Palestinian friends who are peace activists, and what they've been telling me for many years is that they need to get to a point when their identity is not based on the erasure of the State of Israel.
Exactly.
And that's the bottom line. Their identity, everything that the Palestinians celebrate, the Nakba, it's the parallel to our Independence Day. Everything is kind of like a dark parallel to whatever the milestones of the State of Israel is. It's about time that the world stop infantilizing the Palestinian people, because that's the real racism. The real racism is saying, oh, no, they can't account for themselves. They can't be non-corrupt. They can't be transparent. It's okay. They say they want to kill you, but they don't mean it. To me, that is the bigotry of low expectation.